welcome to Information Please, your Peoria Public Library on the air. Bring you information about your library and your community. And this evening, my guest is Cynthia Smith, who's the manager of Lincoln Branch, and she's got a lot of great stuff going on this winter. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi.
I'm always so glad when I can get you to stop running around, come and talk to us, because not only are you so busy at your branch, but you have a tendency to be out running around the community and the schools too, so it's hard to catch you.
I do. Hey, got to keep them reading, right?
Yeah, exactly. But the results of that are that you have so many wonderful things going on. And with January and February coming up, of course, we have Black History Month, we have Martin Luther King Day. So tell us what's going on. What are we going to do to celebrate?
Wow. Oh, we're going to celebrate Martin Luther King in January on the 27th. And we have a program, it's called Marching On. And actually, it's for kids, but we're actually trying to make it into a family event. So we're going to be showing a couple of movies dealing with Martin Luther King. And they should be a lot of fun. We hope that, we get everybody to come out. And of course, it'll be, it's a small film on Martin Luther King, a biography. For the adults, and the kids can also, obtain a lot of information from that.
Yeah, it's easily digestible, something that they won't be bored by.
Absolutely. And then there's the big production, March On, and it's told from a perspective for a little kid, for a child to understand and have fun with that. So we're going to do that, and we're going to have trivia questions and just a lot of fun and snacks, and hopefully everybody will come out and celebrate with us for Martin Luther King.
Oh, I hope so. Of course, this year is so important because it's the 50th anniversary of the Civil Rights movement, starting with the I Have a Dream speech and moving on. And of course, we're all reading Warriors Don't Cry.
Great book.
Yes, which is, talks about the Little Rock Nine. And you think, I don't like nonfiction. I don't want to read this book.
Right.
And you can't put it down. And I'm telling people, just pick it up and start to read. And you cannot believe how horrible this was and for these children and what they put up with. And we worry about school violence now. And what we have going on now can't hold a candle to what those 9 children did just to be able to try and get an education.
It's a wonderful read. I picked it up, and I
Did
haven't
you cry?
gotten through.
I cried.
I didn't cry, but it was very heartfelt, and for her to tell, she grabbed me right from the first page.
Yes.
And for her to tell her story, to hear her side of it, and how she felt as a child walking in there, with, all those mean voices coming at her and, had to be protected. It was just unbelievable what they did for our country.
Yeah, it is,
and
to change society.
Absolutely, and to look back on that, it's just, very grateful for what they did. Very grateful.
Yeah. And of course, there's more to be read and more to be seen with that, but we can talk about that another time.
Oh, absolutely.
Peoria Reads.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and of course the library is closed for the annual celebration of Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, which is on the 15th, a Monday. But this is after.
This is after.
People can
so we still
come.
want to celebrate it. I always say the month of January for me is MLK. So and we're going to celebrate it. We're going to have a book display for kids and for adults. So that'll be there at the branch.
And I think 50 years later, it's so easy to forget.
Absolutely.
It's like George Washington and all gets, George Washington can't tell a lie, so he cut down the cherry tree and told the truth. I mean, that's starting to be what's happening to Dr. King, where he's becoming a fable, a legend, and people are forgetting the real person. And the kids definitely, they've seen so much stuff that has been pulled into just a small little nugget of information.
Right.
And it's great to really delve in and see. And for adults to really remember. It's been a long time.
Oh, absolutely. So we hope with the trivia questions and the movies and the slides that we're going to present on the 27th of January, that they can get a more rounded perspective of what actually his contributions were.
Yeah.
And I know they do it in the classroom. I know it's a short stint. So maybe we can expand it a little bit and have the kids come in with their families and just, indulge in Martin Luther King and the celebration and the history of that and what he meant to all of us.
Yeah, pick up some books and do some reading.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
But then right after that, I'm really excited about this one with poetry. Of course, I love poetry anyway, but you've got somebody big coming.
I love her, and she goes by K Love, and she's from Chicago. She was here, I want to say last year, and she did such a fantastic job of breaking down her poetry to relate to the struggles of Black history, and just going through some of the steps of Black history in her poetry, where the teens were absolutely able to capture what she was really saying, and giving her a standing ovation. It was just an awesome experience. She does this for a living in Chicago. She has multiple, multiple teams, I should say, groups, where she's going all over the city. It's an after-school program that she runs, and they actually create these poetries for these kids to relate to their everyday life. And for her to come and actually put her poetry to Black history, and she does it where there's music involved, there's hand clapping, there's finger snapping, everyone's involved. She makes everyone stand up, and when the kids walk in the room, it's like everyone is on the same level. There's no one here, there's no one here, we're all connected right here. And she makes them feel that way. So there's no, these are the cool kids, and here are the kids over here. It's all, when we come into this room and we're going to do poetry, it's going to be poetry, and hopefully you'll get some lessons out of it. Yeah. And that's why I'm so excited for her to come. So
well, and what an exciting way for kids to learn instead of, the same thing they get all day, every day. And I'm sure it's one of the few times that they will learn through poetry, but think how much kids love song lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
They post them on their Facebook page,
right.
They quote them to each other, they sing along, and so poetry and music is a wonderful way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, and then she throws rap in there. So it's just, I think the kids will love her. Yeah. I know the ones that were able to be present last year were really excited. And now that they know that she's coming back, we should have twice the attendance that we had. She's wonderful, and she always brings someone. So we don't know. There's always a special guest that's coming with her.
And it's a long drive from Chicago. might as well somebody to talk to.
Right. And he happens, or that person happens to also do poetry, and it just light up the room, and everyone walks away with a good feeling, and more of a history lesson than what they really realize.
Yeah. Well, remind us, what day and time is that?
It's going to be at 7 o'clock, and I believe it's February 6th.
Okay.
I believe it's February 6th, and I don't have my notes in front of me, but it'll be in the kid event, and we'll be publicizing it even more as we get closer to that time frame. But hopefully
it'll be on our web calendar.
Absolutely.
And you can always just call.
Absolutely. 497-2000. Absolutely. So hopefully, we'll get the word out, and people will come and actually see her and fall in love with her. She's wonderful. Oh, wonderful.
Great. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Well, and you have an exciting book club going on that you invented.
Yeah.
And it came from your own love of reading under the covers with a flashlight at night, right?
Yes, you can say that. That's true.
Were you supposed to have lights out and be asleep?
Yeah, absolutely. That's where the flashlight plays in. But yeah, the Read On Book Club is going strong, and I was just talking with my staff members, and I was like, we've been doing this for quite some time now. Yep. So it's just like, wow, over 10 years, and bringing authors to Peoria, and being able to do that and be a part of that is just a wonderful experience for me. Oh, yeah. And we're excited. We're excited about this year. We have our Reaching for Horizons author pajama event.
Which is always a big deal.
It's a huge deal. And we have New York Times bestselling author Mary Monroe.
Which is absolutely fabulous.
I am just on cloud 9 about that. When I say Mary Monroe, at the branch, it's like, oh my God, she's coming? And we're like, yeah, we're excited about that. So June 7th this year, we will have Mary Monroe in Peoria. So we're very excited about that.
That'll be very, very exciting.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun.
And that is one of the few things that the library does charge some money for.
Yes.
But that's because you do it away from the library.
Yes, we do it away. So
Hotel
it's a whole
and
day.
meals, and that's what you're paying for is
Absolutely.
hotel and meals.
Absolutely.
And not so much the book discussions. And all
Right,
that.
right. So we're excited that she's coming, and we're still, tying up the ends and trying to come up with some creative things for the participants to get involved in a little bit more. And I'm having a fun time doing it. It really is. And getting to know one of my favorite authors of all time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like a kid in a candy store,
That'll be great.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to enjoy having her here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're excited about Mary Monroe.
Yeah, but your flashlight thing goes back to another group that you've got reading that didn't want to read and didn't want to be in the library.
Yes.
That's your friends, the teens again.
Yeah,
We said,
yeah.
oh, the library. But tell us about this new book club and where it came from.
Well, a silent book club is for teens, and the concept is very simple. We pick out items or books that we would like to read, but maybe not the whole book, so we may pick a paragraph that is interesting, and we want to know what's going to happen next. And the only way to find that out is to read it. Or with magazine articles, graphic novels. So we bring them all into the room, and then we actually vote on, okay, well, we can read this really quick, or we'll take this, or they'll say, hey, Miss Smith, how about this, And so I let them select.
Okay.
For the majority of the time, and either I might read it out loud, or I'll run copies if it's a short, like a short page or something,
Yeah.
and then we read silently. And by that, it eliminates a couple of things, because I don't want anyone to be embarrassed about their reading skills. And, and also I want them to know that they have a voice. And I think the best way to do that is, okay, let's read in silence, And if I see a face that's looking kind of confused or something like that, then I'll say, okay, how about I read this part?
Okay. Yeah.
Just so, I make sure that we're still all on the same page with this. And then I have the tables covered with, paper. So the whole table is covered. And we have very colorful markers. And then afterwards, I want to know what you think about what we just read, And they put their thoughts on paper. And some of them, I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
They got
amazed.
this out of this paragraph, or,
Amazed by what actually goes on behind
Yeah.
those faces that we often think aren't thinking a thing.
Yeah,
Because
because it-
teens are so good at hiding.
absolutely. And, and it's really breaking the mold, really, because now they want to talk. And we're trying to keep it silent.
Trying to keep silent, but they all want to talk
Yeah,
about it.
so now
You
it's-
may have to have part two, the talking
Yes.
book club.
add that onto it, but absolutely. But it's wonderful because the kids are expressing what they, interpret of what that actually meant, and there's no wrong answer. I just want to see them participate and actually read and put their thoughts down on paper. Every once in a while, can I, I have a hand that's raised, I want to read mine out loud, and I give them that option.
Yeah, if they want to.
Yes, I give them that option, but it's nothing that they have to do, but they do have to write something down. I've had a couple of people, students draw, and then I'm looking at the drawing, I'm like, that's not bad, And, I may sit down with them just one-on-one and say, now, what was this drawing? What was this in reference to, and why did you choose to draw instead of write something out?
Yeah.
And they will tell me. So it's me getting to know them and vice versa. And we're seeing, that these kids, they don't know that they're reading, but they're reading.
Are they starting to read any more? Any of them showing any signs of being interested in reading outside?
Well, yeah,
of the book
because
club?
now, we're picking sections that I think that will want them to go further. It's like, this is really interesting. So what we'll do is, I'm like, let's go with this one, And of course, now that, they want to get it, they want to read it, or can we take the next page and do that the next time we come? So it's a fun thing. So
yeah,
we're excited about the Silent Teen Book Club.
it is exciting, and it's a wonderful way you found to break through that barrier of reluctant readers.
Oh yeah, teens
talkers.
they're a hard audience.
They are. They're tough. They're tough. But it's so rewarding when you can breach the walls and reach them. It's so rewarding.
Absolutely. And it's fun. It's fun to be around. It's fun to be around with them and seeing them have the reaction that they're having. Yeah. So we're excited about that.
Well, we've been talking a lot about teens, and of course you're very interested in reaching teens, but you still have wonderful stuff for other ages too, and you get down into middle school, I think, with your other grant-funded program you have that teaches about technology.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and so that program's been going for a while, and we've been very, very fortunate that we've gotten that funding and been able to continue. And people may know about it, but tell us about it again anyway.
Okay, well, it's Project Next Generation. It's all about technology, and it's all about the kids. We have so much fun with that particular class. I have 3 mentors, and they are wonderful. I've been lucky with mentors, and they all want to work with the kids, and they all have that technology background, and it's just been a family blend for us. So with the mentors on board and the kids coming in, and they're learning all these different computer skills, graphic design, and just being able to put things together and using the cameras. Now we have iPads, and I'm already lost in this process. But the kids are
keep up.
right, and the kids are coming in, and they're like, we want to show you this, and this is what we come up with, and with the iPads and being able to put together a small program with what they've done in the program is just absolutely fantastic. So we're really excited about Project Next Generation.
And of course, this is a program that's designed for children who probably aren't going to have this kind of technology in their home.
Right.
And of course, the schools have limited amounts of equipment and time. And so this is an opportunity for these kids to keep up with the rest of the world.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them maybe it's nothing for kids from, well-to-do families to have an iPad and know how to use it from age 3 on.
Right.
But for these kids, may never touch them.
Well,
I'm going to have to come get lessons too.
Right. It's wonderful. And what we're seeing is that now, they're able to stand up and do a presentation, where when I was their age, I was terrified to do that. And these kids walked in the door like that, but absolutely they're not like that now. The confidence builder of this program is phenomenal to me, because not only are they learning technology, but they're going back in their classrooms and they're advanced, absolutely. So they're able to get in front of that classroom and speak on subject matters at hand, as well as do their homework and just come up with these creative ways with the computers. It's fantastic. So
and they are kind of like, spreading. They can spread to their peer group, and they can share their knowledge and
absolutely
say, this is how you do this. And I fully believe those children probably with that knowledge become leaders in their own group of kids.
Well, and we tell them readers make leaders. So we do that on a constant basis. And then with the technology added onto it, it's really a wonderful thing, because we think PR, that is a great PR tool, because they're going out and bringing kids to us, to be in this program. So it's like, okay, this is great.
That's
so
wonderful.
It's a fantastic program. It's 5th through 8th grade. We've had kids that stayed on through high school. to get more information, which made the mentors, beef up.
Yeah.
How they're going to present a next program to keep them interested.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful program. It's on Monday and Tuesday evenings from, I forget my times, but from 7 or 6 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and of course,
We're
Lincoln's
excited.
such a beautiful location to be in now with your computer lab and your hot air balloon room.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And people who want to be quiet can go up in the Carnegie portion of the building, but
Mm-hmm.
it is state of the art and just a wonderful addition to that neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's excited about it.
Yeah.
Everyone's excited, and we're excited to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have things for little ones too.
Well,
You've
yeah.
got one of the great puppeteers of Peoria on your staff.
I think so.
Well, she's going to be
Oh,
coming on
yeah.
this show and later this spring and giving away some of her puppet secrets.
Oh,
But-
yeah. Yeah.
But Mary Ortez is doing puppet shows. She's got some coming up, I think.
She does
in
have
January.
She does have some coming up. I believe it's something of a winter wonderland
Yeah.
puppet show, and then there's one with witches.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be fun. We love when Mary does her puppets,
Yeah.
her puppet show, because we want to sit in.
Sit in and watch
She
some
probably, you
puppets.
can't sit in, Cynthia, but we have so much fun. Mary is just a professional
Yes.
with that, and the kids are so excited when she does the puppet shows, and they're ready to come in and sit down and be entertained, and she does a fantastic job with that, and
Yeah.
also with the story time. So
Well, the puppet shows are not something that you get to see very often
Right.
anymore. It's
Right.
kind of a lost art having
It
having puppet
is.
shows.
and she's a one-woman show. I'm like, do you need any help? And
No,
no,
she does it all.
She does it all with the voices and the different voices, and the and the characters really shine and show through her puppets, through those voices, and the kids just soak it all in. So we're excited about Mary being at Lincoln and the puppet shows that she's created. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's
is.
a lot
It
of
is
fun,
great.
and the kids love her.
Yeah, and it's wonderful because over the years, Peoria Public Library acquired a lot of puppets. We have
Yes.
a lot of very nice puppets, and so she's got everything she needs to
Yes,
put on
she-
these great shows.
Oh.
And it's just one more way to get kids into the library and interested in reading, because you see something like that and then you want to go check out the book.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're just having a ball at Lincoln
Yeah.
with the different programs that we're
Yeah.
able to put on.
Do you have anything else going on soon here you want to tell us about?
Well, there's so much that we have going on, but we have the books that are coming up for the Read on Book Club. So we got
yeah.
those picked out, and we have Carl Weber is our first one, To Paris with Love. He's another fantastic author that we love at Lincoln, and I think is citywide. So we're excited about starting this new year, and we're kicking off in January. We meet the fourth Tuesday of each month at 5:30. So we're excited.
Oh yeah.
We're excited about reading and about what's coming.
And of course, that's even if people don't want to take the time to come to a book club and talk about it, just you can get the book and read it and
Oh,
enjoy
yeah.
it, because these are books that have been picked because they're fabulous reads and so much fun to do and
Yeah.
just great in general.
Yeah, we're excited about it. So hopefully, we will. But I'm telling you, if you come to the book club, you'll love it, because we eat.
I wondered how you
We-
met at 5:30 right after work without dinner, but
You
that would
have to
explain
have-
it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's so funny how we intertwine the stories and make it about our own lives.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun, and we get to meet readers, and it's always open to the public. It's free.
Yeah.
So we'd like, come on down and be a part of it.
Yeah, and our book clubs, yours is just one of many that have been going on for a while. We have the Sci-Fi Fantasy Book Club that didn't grow for a long time, but now is seems to be growing some. And for people who like sci-fi and fantasy, what a great place to go and talk about that. And some of our other book clubs, like I was noting that I think that Club Read is more than 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
I found something talking about Club Read in 1993. That's
Okay.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
And Club Read is an interesting book club because while many book clubs pick a genre and read pretty much that genre, like our mystery book club, Bookem, which is a great name, Bookem, they read mysteries only. But Club Read reads all over the place. They read plays, they read biographies, they read the greatest in fiction, they read older classics. They just
good.
read.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and it's kind of unique in that way because they're a smorgasbord of reading. But then of course we have our biography nonfiction book club, which take your thinking cap to that one because that biography nonfiction book club has the title. The books all have huge titles to begin with, but they tackle some tough topics and you know, nonfiction books this thick about some person or some war or some international incident, and then I understand it gets quite lively, the discussions, but these are people who really know their stuff and really enjoy the dialogue. And so that's, you know,
Well,
I don't
book
think they
clubs
eat there either. I think they eat at Bookem Sunday afternoons. I think there's chocolate involved in that
Oh, wow.
one.
Well, hey, there's this chocolate.
Let's go. Yeah. But all those book clubs are on our webpage, and they're in passages every month. We always print a book review a month ahead, so you have a month to read it, and then we put in the calendar when it is. And of course, anybody can come. You don't have to know somebody.
Oh, right.
Just
absolutely.
if you're interested in that book or you want to try it out, just show up.
Oh, absolutely.
We'd love to have you. And then, you know, there's so many book clubs that join us just for Peoria Reads, too. There's a lot of outside groups or outside discussions that start, you know, just to read the Peoria Reads book every year, and we're glad that's grown so much.
Oh, yeah. It's very interesting. It's fun. And you're meeting up, and you just never know what might happen. Another book club might form.
Yeah, you might find your new best friend, too.
Absolutely. And, you know, also find out that book clubs are a good reader's advisory.
They are.
Because
so you read those reviews, and if the book club's going to read it, it's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
well, Cynthia, thank you so much for coming. I know you're busy, and so get back out there and plan some more great programs for us, and we'll have you back again soon.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you for watching, and we've talked about so many programs. It's hard to keep track, but they're all on our calendar at peoriapubliclibrary.org. And you can call the library, 497-2000, ask what's going on, or sign up for our e-newsletter passages on the bottom of our webpage or at any desk. We'll see you next week on Information Please.